This is Trusted Renovations. Over 25 projects, over 25 top companies in their field, all working toward one goal, to turn a dated 1970s ranch house into the dream home for one couple and their family. Here's just one of the companies who took on this amazing challenge.
Dan Watkins joins us now from All Four Seasons Garage Doors. Thanks for being with us, Dan.
Thanks for having me.
Fantastic. We're going to talk a little bit about garage doors. Tell us a little bit about what does garage door do for your home visually?
Well, first thing is curb appeal, and garage doors have kind of been set aside. People work on the rest of their house, make it look nice and pretty, and they forget they got a 16, 18-foot opening to their house that maybe takes up a
largest opening in the house.
It's the largest opening in the house, and it's just a big piece of your house when you're looking at it from the curb. So getting a new garage door can really help the curb appeal of your house.
Oh, fantastic. Now, I was on your website earlier, and you've got this try a door on tab there. So people can kind of get a visual of what a door style would look like on their home?
Yeah, a couple things we can do. For one, you can take a picture of your own home, and we can pretty much paste that door or whatever door you're looking at to see how it would look on your home. And of course, that's important because for each home, there's a different type of garage door that's going to fit that home. But as well as that, you can also get on and just rifle through the different doors, change windows, change colors, change designs, and that's going to help you decide on what you like.
Now, on our Trusted Renovations home, what kind of door style did you use up there?
We did these, they're called Classicas, a very nice door. It's unique because it's a 3-section door instead of 4-section. There's 7 different designs that you can pick out, but because it's the 3-section design, that actually changes the look of the house. And then as far as that, we also did some different things. We tried to show people how you can change the windows and how easy it is to change those windows. We changed the color. We did a solid door, changed it into a 2-tone door to show you what that looks like. And then we also showed you some different hardware options, some decorative hardware. So with each door, there's some different options you have even within that same design.
Now, when you were coming together for this final design for the house, how did you guys select the hardware? How did you select those ornamental items?
Well, we looked at the house itself. We looked at colors, obviously. We tried to match colors to the house. As far as the design, we tried to stay with designs, looking at the windows. I like to take window designs that you already have in your house to make it fit, make it look like it's always been there. It matches up with the house. And then just the different, between a ranch or traditional, colonials, whatever, you're going to have a different design that's going to match that.
Now, you guys came out with some magnetic type hardware so Jennifer could get a visual of what she was selecting, correct? That's
right. And it's 2 things. One, let's see if you like this particular hardware. Number 2, where do you want it? There's no right or wrong place to put your hardware. You can do the decorative hinges and the handles. Some people just pick the handles, and then you can move them up and down the sections depending on what looks best to your eye.
Well, I tell you, her garage doors look fantastic and are a perfect complement to the rest of the house. You did a great job up there. When you put in a new garage door, obviously there's a good, a better, and a best. That's right. We're fairly mild here with our climate in Georgia, but talk to us a little bit about how important it is to have your garage door insulated.
Well, it is a mild climate from the standpoint of where our winters aren't too bad.
Right.
But it still gets cool at night, and if you don't have insulation in those garages, it's going to make your heating bill go up significantly. Or come down if you get at the insulated doors.
It's a large space.
But even the bigger thing is our summers are not mild. Our summers are very hot, and that air conditioning unit's going to run all day long. If you don't build a barrier around that, you can get insulation in your home, insulated windows, but if you're not taking care of the biggest opening in your house,
you're losing money.
That's right, and this is much cheaper than getting double pane windows in your whole house.
Talk to us a little bit about carports versus garages.
Okay, yeah, in Atlanta, and really even Metro Atlanta, older homes, a lot of them had carports.
The brick ranches.
That's right. You see those all over, especially not in subdivisions, although there are some in subdivisions as well. But with a carport, it is the best use of funds that you can take and put in. It's not as expensive as people think, converting those into garages. You'll typically get somewhere between 5 and 10 times the money back that you put into
the
home.
That's significant.
That's very significant. And if you're talking bathrooms and kitchens and things like that people renovate, they're lucky if they can just get their money back on these.
Absolutely.
So yeah, we look at that, we find the right size door for that particular opening. We frame in. Again, we're using siding or whatever it takes to make it look like the rest of the house or that the carport, turn it into the garage, match it all up, and then all of a sudden now you've got a bunch of safe storage space, a clean area. Your car's going to be warmer or cooler depending on the season when you get into it. People aren't going to know if you're at home.
That's right.
So there's a lot of
security issues as well.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
there's a bunch of reasons why that makes a lot of sense for people to do.
Dan, I have been stuck in my garage before. I could not get the thing to open. Is that a call you guys get a lot?
It is a call we get a lot.
What do you do?
That's usually the springs, but the first thing you do, we get out as quickly as we can. That is definitely not something the homeowner wants to mess with themselves either.
No, it's pretty dangerous.
It's very dangerous. So we've had a couple technicians get hurt that know what they're doing, but I've had several customers actually lose fingers and have to go to the hospital. So it's not something you want to mess around with, and it can be even worse than that.
Is that the number one problem usually?
It is. Springs are going to break. They're like, it's like changing your brake pads on your car. I mean, it's just after a while, you're going to have to do it. They're going to break, and when they do, the door's not going to want to go up. Okay. The springs are what make the door feel light to you.
And how long is the life of a standard door system?
Listen, that's a little different than the springs, but springs typically, I say 5 to 10 years now.
Okay.
It used to be 8 to 12, but everybody uses their garage door like a front door now.
Busy families these days.
And I think some of the recycled steel out there is not quite as good as it used to be. So,
is there anything that a homeowner can do to lengthen the life of their springs?
There is. They can lubricate them. That's always a good thing to do with some of the extension springs. If you get them adjusted every couple years with a tune-up, that can help as well. But some of it is just use, and some of it is just bad luck. When your time comes, it's coming.
They need to call you when that happens.
That's right.
Hey guys, if you're looking for a new garage door, repair, brand new, give Dan a call at All Four Seasons Garage, and we'll be right back on Trusted Renovations.